you're enjoying our information sessions with Rodrigo Rodriguez. We certainly learned a lot. We hope you learned a lot, and there's a lot more to come.
Made all the mistakes, right? What is your recourse here? Where can you get help?
Law in Mexico is very slow. And suing somebody is could even take 10 years if it ever gets justice done. So we're talking about something that is going to become a nightmare. And you need to be extremely dedicated to follow through a procedure. Who wants to dedicate 10 years of their life chasing somebody who stole 100,000? It requires a lot of determination. So we are talking about something that you don't want to do. However, yes, you can sue people, follow your case, and the Mexican authorities really need a lot of follow-through from the people involved in order to achieve results. So basically, it would mean that you have to basically push everybody, because when you file charges, they have a pile of charges of that day. And then they just put them into the archives, and then the following day, like this and this and this. So you really think the Mexican authorities are going to go, okay, where are my files of 1995? I remember I needed to follow through this. They are not going to do it. So law in Mexico, and this is heartbreaking, me being a lawyer, but law in Mexico is not something that you have to take for granted. Is like any other thing, is a service, is a product, so it could be very expensive to obtain. I'm not talking about bribing, which is also very common to happen, but hiring the right people to push your case, and I personally hate it. That's why I do immigration, because it's very immediate. You get your visa done, have the client next.
You wasted your 10 years of your life, though, to go through, even just to push it. You now got a career pushing this case.
I was reading a case that was very popular on Facebook the other day. It was not a big fraud. It was just about a provider of doors that was paid for a job, and the job was never made. Just some electronic doors. Took 8 years to get this person, not even to pay you back, to get into jail. Forget about receiving any sort of compensation. Just to prosecute this person, make an arrest, and put it in jail to prove fraud for getting some door work done. 8 years. So I'm impressed by the determination of the client and their lawyers, because following through those 8 years probably cost probably 3 times or more than the actual value of the doors. But it's just about getting, I want justice and I will not put it away. But is that the reason you came to Mexico?
No,
to become the hero of Mexican accountability in our laws? So Mexicans, we hate getting involved in legal issues because we know how it works, and we know that it will never become what we really want. So what we Mexicans do,
get your money back.
It's very, very difficult to get the money back. So what do Mexicans do? We don't trust. We just don't do it. We don't make big decisions without checking and double checking and using people you trust 100% because you want a bulletproof procedure. So we don't lend money to our service because we know they are never going to pay it back. We never give all a job paid in advance. We never pay anything in advance. I pay you when you're done. Or if you want an advance money, I give it to you in the moment I'm bringing you to my home to do it. And for sure, we don't pay a house in advance. We don't even give deposits. We close with the notary. When my notary says everything is good, and then you do the transfer or whatever. We don't trust. Why? Because we don't want problems. Once they rip you off, it becomes a nightmare. No, and we know. Of course, this is not anything to do with serious crimes. No, but with other more horrifying stories like criminal dead people or something like that, families engage in a quest of a lifetime to achieve justice. And we read about these cases all the time. So we only praise to the Lord that we never have to face something like that. But for simple things like contracting services or buying big ticket items, we are super careful. No?
That makes sense. I mean, it's buyer beware. Do your due diligence.
And you see, in United States, that's not the case.
Right.
In the United States, you
Everybody
press
sees
charges,
everything.
and there is a complete system that follows up what's going on. And it's easy for you just to press charges and forget because the system is going to work by itself, no?
Yeah.
In certain cases, no? But that doesn't happen here. You are in a very far from the arm of justice community in the beach. That's why you need to do things, and you really need to try to make decisions with the less risk approach as possible.